On Wednesday, the Court of Appeal delivered a judgment in a landmark challenge in the long-running debate backed by legal maneuvers seeking an abolition of the death penalty. Whilst the Court of Appeal declined to strike down the death penalty as unconstitutional, 3 death sentences were overturned and replaced with life sentences. The appellate court, in imposing the life sentences, ordered that deductions be made therefrom the time the 3 appellants, former Guyana Defence Force Coast Guards Sherwin Hart, Devon Gordon, and Dion Greenidge, have spent in pre-trial custody. However, Hart, who was a senior officer, will be eligible for parole after serving 25 years, while Gordon and Greenidge will be eligible for parole after 18 years. In 2013, the trio were found guilty by a jury of the August 2009 murder of Bartica gold miner Dwieve Kant Ramdass and were sentenced to death by hanging by Justice Franklin Holder at the Demerara High Court. While there have been no executions carried out in Guyana since 1997, in 2010 the Criminal Law Offences Act was amended to provide an alternative to the mandatory death sentence. The Death Penalty Project, a London-based organization which has for over 3 decades been providing free legal representation to those facing the death penalty, has offered assistance to the appellants and supported their legal team in Guyana. In a statement after the ruling, the project seemed disappointed there was no declaration that the death penalty is unconstitutional. In the course of the appeal, they provided evidence to the court from leading academics. The evidence showed that capital punishment does not act as a greater deterrent to crime than lesser forms of punishment, and that there is a growing consensus that capital punishment is inherently inconsistent with respect for the rule of law. Supported by the Death Penalty Project and barristers from Dotley Street Chambers, the appellant's legal team argued that the death penalty was unconstitutional, being arbitrary, irrational, disappropriate, and contrary to the constitutional principle of the rule of law. The Court of Appeal did not accept these arguments and has declined to declare capital punishment unconstitutional in Guyana. We consider that the Court of Appeal should have declared all death sentences unconstitutional. The legal team will now explore a further appeal to the Caribbean Court of Justice, the statement noted. The appeal was heard by Chancellor Acting Yonet Cummins Edwards and Justices of Appeal Don Gregory and Rishi Prasad at the Court of Appeal. According to reports, Ramdass was on his way to Bartica with a box containing $17 million to conduct business for his employer when he was taken off a boat in which he was already seated at Bartica by 3 then GDF Coast Guards. The soldiers then placed Ramdass in their vessel and left, heading into the vicinity of Bartica. The young gold dealer was subsequently found dead. The 3 soldiers reportedly split the money after they killed Ramdass.